Hi, are you thinking about a real estate career and you're wondering if it's the right decision for you? Well, you found the right video for this because that's what this is about. And I'm going to help you understand the 5 key pillars that are associated with success in the real estate space before you consider changing careers for yourself. Down here at the bottom and throughout many of the slides, I'll have my contact information. If you're looking for my social media platforms, just simply go to my website, www.coachdangelo.com. You'll be able to connect with me on whichever platform you like to be connected with, but you'll find my contact information. If you're looking for my digital mobile business card, simply text D'Angelo to 85377, and you'll not only get my contact information and my digital mobile business card, you'll also get a tremendous real estate solution that'll allow you to find all the real estate that's out there, no matter where you are here in North America. So check out my digital mobile business card. So let's talk a little bit about what it takes to get into the real estate space. You know, many people aren't even aware of the budgetary concerns that are associated, but I typically recommend that any agent who's thinking about it, they should plan on about $1,000 to acquire all of the certifications, the examinations, and to hook up with the boards once they have their license. It's about $1,000 upfront to get your real estate license in whatever state that you happen to be in. And then I also recommend that you budget on about $1,000 a year to keep it compliant with the state department that you live in and to belong to the realtor associations that in your states that you're belonging. So I plan on $1,000 up front, and then I would recommend you plan on about $1,000 a year to maintain it. Typically, there are additional costs to belong with some of the brokerages that are out there, but this is a good number to plan on to get your license as you're going forward. But the key, in my opinion, is number 3 right here. You see, once you have your certification, you need to now go out and interview and find that interactive mentoring brokerage that's going to help you become successful. That's the challenge, because you'll find that many of the real estate brokerages are all about numbers, and they're really not about the people. And we'll talk about that in a second here. So let's get into that space as we go forward. You see that with respect to the problems that are associated in the industry, here's my experience that most real estate brokerages are really about numbers, putting up sales, very transactional. They're not about your success. They're not concerned about you in general. That's my experience. Most of the real estate companies out there are looking for massive numbers of transactions. Now, most realtors would like to have massive numbers of transactions as well, but I don't believe that that's the focus. If there is a mentoring broker that you can find in your area that is more concerned about massive transformational growth for you, then the massive transactional growth comes naturally. And if you need a hookup with that, you certainly have my contact information and who to connect with in your particular area, and I'd be happy to help you. So let's talk about massive transformational growth as you go in. You see, what we find out that what most real estate companies have really transformed themselves because of technology, when I believe that that's a huge mistake. There are brokerage out there that are completely 100% virtual. And there's a key mistake, which you're going to find out how important humans are in terms of pack types of animals, and humans are social types of animals, and you'll find out how key that is as we go on. I believe that working first to strengthen each agent makes everyone more productive and engaged and much more successful. That's what I believe. When you're looking for that mentoring brokerage, I believe you should consider that as you're going forward. So let's move on into the next slide here. In a perfect world, you want to seek out the best business suite of tools, training, and technology that's going to help better brand you. And if the company that you're interviewing isn't providing an entire business suite of training, branding you, by the way, not the company, branding you as the professional, and technology, that's what I refer to as the business suite of training, branding, and technology. If the brokerage isn't providing you that, then you need to go find another one. Then the 4th pillar that I'm going to talk about in these slides involves culture, And here's the key, by the way, the culture, a supportive culture. And then the fifth, everybody wants to know a little bit about money. And we're going to talk a lot about money as well in this particular presentation. So let's go to the next slide here, and we'll talk about the first segment of the 5 pillars, which involves training. Now, I believe that you need to find that mentoring broker who is going to help you, regardless of whether you're brand new or you're a veteran, help you become thoroughly trained in the space, because this space evolves daily. I spend about 20 hours a week simply in research and development. And I've been in the business a very, very long time. And so in order for you to have a strong training platform, you need to see if that supporting environment is there to help you transform yourself and in personal growth and personal development. So number 1 pillar is training. Number 2 pillar involves a whole platform of training, not only virtual types of training, because I don't believe that training can be done 100% virtually. There needs to be masterminding. And masterminding on a Zoom platform or a Google Meet platform is very, very limited. Masterminding involves who's in the space, hearing conversations, hearing strategies develop in a physical space. So that's really, really critical. So training, masterminding, technology, conferences, you need to make sure that the broker that you're interviewing does have all of those platforms, and it's not 100% virtual, because that could harm you, in my opinion. And you'll get a better understanding as we get into the 4th pillar. So let's talk about, we finished talking about training. Now let's get into branding. You know, many of the real estate brokerages, I believe, are focused on branding their company, and it's a company-centric branding platform, when I believe it should be the other way around. The company that you plug into should help you brand you as a real estate professional, and that's much more important. So align yourself with someone who's going to provide you branding tools. Now, many other real estate platforms out there just kind of throw you to the wolves and get solicitations, and you start buying all kinds of different types of branding platforms, and that really presents 3 major challenges for agents in personal branding, because they just don't know. They buy a platform here that might be a customer relationship platform. They buy another web platform over here, and they're really not sure, because they're not consistent, they're not tied in, they're not even company centric, and they have to learn each of those platforms, and it becomes a real strain for agents, because they're juggling multiple systems. So try to find that real estate brokerage that's going to provide you, the real estate agent, the new one, experienced or brand new, a complete training and branding platform. So those are the first 2 elements that I believe are very, very, very critical when it comes to it. And then my favorite involves technology. So I believe that technology should be high tech and high touch. It should be very innovative, and it should be built for you, the human, and built for the humans that are going to consume the technology, and helping teach you how to use the technology so that you can teach others how to share that. So the technology space is something that's really evolved over time. And I believe that you should have digital mobile business cards like the one I just sent. If you text D'Angelo to 85377, you'll find a wonderful digital mobile business card. And moreover, if you hit the go button up at the top, that digital mobile business card becomes a wonderful real estate resource for all of your consumers. And what better way to share your business card than have it on your friends and family's digital mobile device. So if you want my digital mobile business card and see how they work, simply text D'Angelo to the phone number 85377, and you'll get my digital mobile business card, because I believe you should have that. But moreover, that whole business suite should be in the palm of your digital mobile device. It should have all of the buyer guides and seller guides. You should have all of the resources and the how-tos and connect with your website. And then you should also have a platform that communicates wonderfully from your sign. Here's a sample of our sign that we have up here. And if anyone were to text exit to the phone number 85377, the nearest listing that they happen to be in front of their mobile device will pull up everything they need. So these are some of the things that I believe in the technology space that your company, that your brokerage that you're interviewing should be providing you. And you should have that whole business suite of training, branding, and technology bundled up. Now, just hang tight because we're going to get into the key things. Before we talk about money, I'm going to talk about the key element that allows you to have massive transformational growth. And that, in my opinion, is in the next quadrant that we talk about, and that's culture. Because I believe that the real estate firm that you're going to belong to or join up with should be an environment that's supportive and fun. It should enjoy and encourage each other to that much like of a family. You know, and a family can't be virtual. Think about that. A family can't be virtual 100% of the time. In order to have massive transformational growth, who you work with matters. So there needs to be some great technology and the opportunity to connect like we are connecting virtually. However, it needs to be an opportunity for you to walk into a building and connect with people, because we are social humans, and humans react like tribes. Even our ancestors, you know, hung out in tribes just to provide food on the table for their families as we go forward. So culture is the key for you to have massive transformational growth. After the massive transformational growth, or after any growth, you're going to have massive transactional growth. So this, in my opinion, is the key of the 4 pillars. So let's talk a little bit about money as we go forward. So money is really, really important. You know, I believe that the brokerage should not only pay you well, but there has to be some fair money on each side, the company side of the money and agent side of the money. But there should be an opportunity to earn money even beyond taking listings and making sales. So look for a brokerage that's going to provide you those opportunities. And in some cases, some brokerages will allow you the opportunity to earn more than 100% by some sort of residual fashion. There are some companies that will offer stock options. There are some companies that will offer profit sharing options. And there are some companies that will offer revenue sharing options. And I'm going to share that particular platform because that's the platform that I've chosen. I used to belong to a profit sharing model, and I used to belong to a desk fee model. And now I'm with a revenue sharing model that I believe is superior to many of them. But at the end of the day, these are the key things. When you talk about, it can't be just about money. It has to be the branding suite that I talked about, the culture, and then obviously a combination of the money. So let's look at one particular platform that many people who have read the cash flow quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, he breaks up the quadrant into 4 spaces. And if you're watching this and you're thinking about a real estate career, you're probably in this space, and hopefully you're still employed and haven't been furloughed from all of this that's been going on in this world. But Robert Kiyosaki suggests that you need to try to transform from the upper left quadrant and make small steps and try to get yourself into maybe a self-employed quadrant. In real estate space, there's definitely a self-employed quadrant. But the self-employed quadrant, where almost 99% of most realtors are still trapped in a self-employed quadrant where they can only take listings and make sales. The moment you can cross this line diagonally to become a business owner, and not necessarily owning your own real estate brokerage or owning a company, in order for you to cross into this particular quadrant, a business owner is earning revenue while they're asleep. And that's a great opportunity. They're not only taking listings and making sales, they're filling the gaps in between those 2 spaces. And then Robert Kiyosaki says that once you have 1 or 2 businesses earning some residual income, try to get in, become an investor, and earn many more. So as you're seeking out some opportunities, look at all of the opportunities with the business suite, the culture, and of course the money as you go forward. So let me share our intuitive platform that we have here at Exit Realty. It's a unique formula that allows our agents to not only take listings and make sales, and not only have a culture and supportive environment and have an amazing business suite of training, branding, and technology, but over time, we have a unique formula that if we happen to influence anyone to come and join our firm anywhere in North America, if you invited someone and that someone joins Exit Realty because of you and you're with Exit Realty, you will receive the equivalent of 10% of the gross earnings of that person that you invited to join this company. Now, that's something that many people just can't wrap their head around as we go forward. So let's get into this space a little bit more. 10% of the gross. If you impact other people, you might have a friend, a spouse who decides to join Exit Realty and you happen to be with Exit Realty, well, you're going to receive the equivalent of 10% of the gross, not from that agent's side of the money, but it's from the company's side of the money. So if that agent is earning, let's just say, $50,000 to $60,000 to $70,000 a year, and you invited that agent or several agents to join our company, you will receive from Exit Corp International the equivalent of 10% of that $50,000, $60,000, or $70,000 a year that those agents are joining for as long as you and those agents are still with Exit. Now that's pretty impressive. Not only that, at Exit Realty, there's a time when we decide to slow down our lifestyle, whether it's retirement or we just want to slow down, take some time off. We will continue to receive not 10%, but now 7% of the gross production of anyone that we've influenced in the business over the long haul. So if you're thinking about joining and getting a real estate license, you might want to take a look at this Exit Realty platform, and I can certainly get you connected to your local Exit Realty broker as you're going forward. So we talked about the 10% residual. Let's go into the next one. There's a time when we do pass away, right? You know, we have a finite shelf life, don't we? And when that time happens, our pre-chosen beneficiaries here at Exit Realty will continue to receive 5% of the gross production of anyone that we've ever influenced into the business. That's an incredible legacy to leave behind. So we talked about some financial security in the numbers platform and a financial legacy that's associated with the Exit Realty platform. This might be something that interests you, and if it is, you know how to get a hold of me. So in our situation, we can literally build a business within the business where we do the work once, we invite someone to join the company, or maybe we grow our real estate team as we're going, and you do the work once and you get paid over and over and over and over again. It's a tremendous opportunity. To date, Exit Realty Corp International has paid over $1/3 billion in single level, it's not a multi-level scheme at all, in single level residuals to their associates who have helped grow this company. Very, very impressive as you're going forward. So the last thing that I want to talk about is the name Exit Realty. You know, it's the most advertised word in the world. It's the most advertised word in the world. And from this moment on, I challenge you, the next time you see an exit sign, I'm quite confident you're going to think about Exit Realty. If you want more information about what we do here in the upper Midwest, just simply go to careerswithexit.info and we have a little more information. Of course, I have my contact information down below. But at the end of the day, if you were thinking about getting into the real estate space, make sure you do align yourself with the right brokerage. Maybe interview them before you even get started, because what's Exit all about? We're simply here to help you. And if that's something that interests you, hit a subscribe button or like from down in the comment feed. I'd love to hear back from you, or I hope to hear from you. Have a blessed day. Take care now.